My name is Jazzy Parr. I'm from the Gold Coast and I'm a professional fighter. Been fighting since I was 8 years old. I've always been involved in martial arts and I've always been involved in fighting. So yeah, the first place I ever went when I was born was literally the gym because my dad was late for a class. So yeah, I've been born and bred into fighting, and I originally started with Muay Thai. I've had 30 Muay Thai fights and just transitioned into boxing like the last couple of years, but I'm absolutely loving being a boxer and I feel like this is what I was born to do. So yeah, I'm here to stay, here to show the boxing world what Jazzy Parr can do. I've always just wanted to do everything, like as a kid. So like I've done dancing, I've done football, I've done soccer, I've done rugby. I tried to do everything, but everything else sucked. I literally got so bored, sick and tired of literally everything except for fighting. Like I just love to bang, but I also like the skills of like, especially now being a boxer, there's a lot of skills and it's a sweet science, and I'm falling in love with the science of boxing. Honestly, the plan from my Muay Thai career was, I was going to fight Muay Thai for as long as I kind of felt like I needed to, and then I was going to fight MMA. My goal was to be an MMA fighter. I wanted to be in the UFC. I seen that I could make a future for myself there, but life works in its crazy ways. I had a few injuries, and then once I had my first Muay Thai fight back, I actually got the call to fight for an Australian title for my first ever boxing fight. And I think they'll feed me to the sharks, but turns out I ate the shark. And now I'm a boxer. I actually hated boxing, I'm not going to lie. I was like, I'm never boxing again. If you see my knuckles are a bit destroyed, but they're getting stronger as we go on. But my first fight, my hands were ruined, and I was like, I can't be a boxer, I'm not a boxer. And then after I found out I was like somewhat good at boxing, I was like, oh, I think I could be good at this, and then here we are. I've always had my parents as my biggest role models, of course, because I've seen my dad fight. Like, I couldn't even tell you how many times I've seen my dad fight. I also have my mom as a world champion as well. I got 2 parents as world champions. So I feel very blessed in that kind of state where like I've seen what can be done and I've seen how you do it. So it's like, that's just like, okay, yeah, I can do that. And then we'll see down the line. And I don't know, now I'm making my own path and going to boxing because my parents, they both had boxing fights. They've had Muay Thai fights. But yeah, it's just like a different journey for me now. But there's always different role models. I think the women are really coming up the ranks in boxing, in sports, which is incredible. And like, honestly, shout out to all the women because it is freaking hard. I went through so much shit like alone, like in this camp during my whole life. There's always been controversy and there's always been a kind of a stigma, and then as well as our health as a woman is so different to the men. And like, people can say whatever they want, but like, man, women are freaking warriors and women are tough, and all praise to all the girls. I like watching a lot of Canelo. I freaking love Canelo. I mean, my style probably is not like Canelo at all, but like I love Canelo. I've been sparring with Shanika Johnson. I think she's a great role model for me. We keep in contact a lot, and she's a good role model to have, I think, in my life. And like, I see all the girls like making their way up and fighting in Madison Square Garden. Look at Amanda Serrano. She's one of the first to get $1 million for a boxing fight, and that's the goal. I want to be a millionaire, baby. I'm gonna make that money in boxing. I fight for myself. I've had a lot of ups and downs in the sport, and fight for my family. And I think that's like the 2 biggest things for me. Like, I fight really for myself and for my family. My family has fought for me my whole life, and I'm going to do the same thing for them. But at the end of the day, I'm also going to fight for myself. And, I love that slogan of Engage. I really, really recognize that with myself. And I think a lot of people will recognize that within themselves, because we are all fighters in and out of the ring. And it's inspiring. So everyone should be inspired by themselves every day. Look in the mirror and be inspired by yourself.